Hello students, welcome back to World of Home Science. In this video, we'll go through the topic the savings, which is not only important from the point of view of individual or family, but is very important from national point of view also. In this video, savings part 1, we will see the definition and need of the savings and learn something about the bank. The term savings means refraining from spending for consumption needs. Savings are the heart of effective money management because effective money management involves decisions to be made in a manner so as to keep aside certain amount of money from the present income for future consumption. Savings are the result of careful planning. This is me, Vijay U. Patil, Assistant Professor of Home Science, Government First Grade College, Ankola, Pujgeri, District Uttara Kannada from Karnataka. Here will explain about the savings. Starting with the definition. Savings can be defined as an abstinence from present consumption for the purpose of future consumption. Savings can be defined as the pooling of money either gradually or in a lump sum in order to meet the future needs. It is possible that these future needs might be planned for unforeseen or such unexpected circumstances which may be beyond the family's control. Let's understand the need for it. It helps in the period of physical inability like illness. It reduces economic insecurity, especially in the old age after retirement. Retirement from the work where some may get pension or some may not be. It will be helpful in the future use. It becomes a source of income. When savings is invested in a planned manner, it can become a source of income. It maintains the standard of living, that is, helps to maintain the same standard of living after retirement as it was during their job period. Savings is a very good habit. It is useful during an emergency like loss of job, accident, natural calamities, loss of earning member or a breadwinner. Useful for the children's education, marriage or other family expenditure in the future. Useful for making big purchases like house, car or gold, etc. The important saving institutions include the banks, the LIC, that is Life Insurance Corporation, Post Office and Chit Fund. Let's see the saving institutions one by one. First one is bank. A bank is a financial institution which does business by taking charge of people's money and letting them draw it back when they need it. The bank, on the other hand, lends money to those who need it. It is called as loan. The bank receives interest on the money it lends. The interest charged on the loans and advances is more than the interest given on the deposits, and this difference forms the earnings of the bank. When your money is given to a bank, you open an account and deposit money. It is then written in a passbook made out of your name. When you wish to take money out, you write a request on a paper called check, asking the bank to pay yourself or another person. When you cross the check by drawing two diagonal parallel lines at the left hand top and write account payee only in between those diagonal lines, the money will be paid only through a bank account of a person in whose name the check is made out. This adds to the safety of the check given to anybody and also when it is sent by the post. When a person receiving a check gives it to his bank, be endorsed it by signing his name on the back of the check. The bank then enters the amount in his passbook and gives money to him by withdrawal procedure. The kinds of deposits one can make are current account and savings bank account, fixed deposits and recurring deposits. Let's start with the current account. This type of account generally operated by business people. It requires larger capital. It does not carry any interest. It is purely opened for the current needs. It involves frequent deposits and withdrawals through check. There will be no restriction to limit the number of deposits and withdrawals, but the minimum credit balance should be maintained as per the bank rules. But here the bank allows overdraft facilities, which means the current account holder can draw amount more than what he is having in his account. The bank allows customer or account holder to continue withdrawing money even when the account has no funds in it or has insufficient funds. But you must remember that there is typically a fee per overdraft and interest on the loan. Savings bank account. This account encourages savings. This earns a small interest which is calculated every 6 months. Here withdrawals are restricted and sometimes the amount of the single withdrawal is also restricted. In this type of account, a minimum balance of ₹100 has to be maintained. Transactions like deposits, withdrawals, credits of interest will be recorded in the respective passbooks. Deposits can be made at any time, but withdrawals in one time in a day. But nowadays you can take money from the ATM. ATM, you all know, automated teller machine, which is a specialized computer that makes it convenient to manage your money. Fixed deposit account. In this account, money is deposited for a specific period of time, which cannot be withdrawn in between. It earns more interest than savings account. The rate of interest depends on the period of deposit. Under special circumstances only, the bank will pay the amount deposited on fixed deposit for which the interest paid is lower than that is agreed. Term deposit scheme. In a regular interval, the interest will be paid by the bank on the fixed deposit to the depositor. It is called as term deposit scheme. Special term deposit scheme or reinvestment plan is that when the depositor don't take periodic interest and it earns compound interest. The longer the period of deposit, the higher will be the rate of interest. A fixed deposit receipt (FDR) is issued having the name and address of the depositor, the amount, rate of interest and the period of deposit, etc. FDR is signed by bank manager. The depositor will be entitled to claim back his money on producing the receipt, that is FDR, on the due date. Recurring deposit account. This deposit scheme requires depositing of fixed amount in every month to the bank up to a fixed period of time. RD can be opened with a small amount over a specified period of time, like 500 or 1000 or 2000 and so on. The number of installments may be 12 months, 24 months, like 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year and 5 year and so on. After expiry of the period, the depositor receives lump sum amount deposited along with the interest earned on it. This scheme is more suitable for the persons from the lower and middle income groups. A passbook is issued to the depositor showing installments paid. The amount can be withdrawn only on closure of RD account. If the amount is withdrawn before expiry in any circumstances, interest paid by the bank will be lower. Okay students, this is for now. About other saving institutions, that is LIC, Post Office and Chit Fund, you can find in my next video, Savings Part 2. The important questions and with answers about this topic will be given in another video. If you like the content of this video, do like, share and subscribe. That's for now. This is me Vijaya signing off. For future home science videos, stay tuned.